Us weirdos gotta stick together, right? Magic. Oh, well, my name's Fox, and hey, it's Fox, and today, and I'm at Fox. Can't forget the Owl Beast. And you don't see it, but below camera, there is a stockpile of books holding these guys up. Oh, yeah. There we go. This is also not going to be my only review. I'm gonna do another review where I am gonna look at hey, look at that, Albert's also over here. I'm gonna do another review where I'm gonna do how I usually do my reviews. This is gonna be I guess a smaller, quicker one. I love this. I love this one a lot. And here's the thing, like, all day it sounds stupid. All day I've been kind of depressed because I'm like, my favorite show is ending. And I legitimately was, like, sad. I was legitimately a bit sad about that. But one thing, and I'm probably even a little nervous, but then again, I feel like I'm trying to get the Abomination board in here, but it's not working. I felt a little bit sad and maybe a little bit nervous about it, but it was funny enough. Like, I was watching, I was going through Twitter and I saw a image from Night at the Museum. It's when Teddy Roosevelt, Robin Williams, tells him, like, the best thing. I can't remember. Basically, when they were saying goodbye, he's like, "I don't know what to do without you," and he goes, "Well, that just sounds like an adventure," or something along those lines. And I'm like, oh my God, why is that stuck in my head now? And watching this, I love this. I love this a lot. And also, because I did an unboxing video, but I thought I don't want to do an unboxing video as the video that follows up Owl Wolf Town, the anime thing I did, which, you know, a little tribute to the Owl House and that. But, there's been a few shows I've reviewed, and you can go and see those reviews. I said they were good, but also I'm not gonna lie, that, like, their finale, for some of those finales, I held back some criticism because I'm like, I did like the show overall, but then I held back. I didn't want to, like, bring anyone down in negative and stuff like that. And later on, usually you'll see me bring up certain things. I think FAB, however, I think that one, at that point, I'm just like, I'm gonna talk crap. I love Kipo. I do. I really do love Kipo, Age of the Wonder Beast. I do feel season 3 was a bit of a fallout for that show. In the finale of it, though good, and I did like the message and everything for it, I do feel it could have been done a little bit better. Samurai Jack, not reboot, but continuation. That ending, again, similar idea. Like, I like the majority of it, but it did kind of fall flat towards the very end of it. Amphibia, you know, if you've seen my Amphibia one, you know. And it's not that I hate that show either, or I get what they were trying to do, but it kind of messed up. Gravity Falls, which came up right after this one, on TV. That was another show where I was kind of like, I don't really like, it kind of falls flat on itself. This one, I don't know, maybe it's because it was done. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring up I'm going to bring something up here. But maybe because it was done very cinematically, and it was supposed to be, and it was done in 3 parts. Though I'm not saying like, oh yeah, Disney had this plan. Screw that, no. I would love an entire full 3rd season. Hell, I'd love a spinoff because the goddamn characters even at one point said, wow, Lilith as the Grudge captain or whatever. I would love a spinoff about that. So yeah, like, they were going to do a spinoff following Young Ida and, like, Lilith is all that. Like, that would have been cool. But, those shows, a lot of the times, felt like a lot of those other shows fell flat on their face kind of towards the end, or I don't know. Amphibia, I think, was the one that it just broke me at that point. I'm like, no. This one, yes. this one, all of the yes. Oh my God, all the one yes. And I'll bring it up in a bit. I'll share my screen and everything when I get to, because I want to talk about some of the commercials, the promos for this, but I love this one, and I'll have the deeper review later or tomorrow or some point. But this one was this show, spoilers for this also, but this show, this ending was great. I love this show. Again, here's the thing about this show. Again, like how I came into this show was, I remember years ago, I think they were showing trailers for the Owl House, and I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, eh. And like, I remember thinking, oh, is this guy going to be the main character? I told my sister, because she was looking at a commercial for it. She's like, no, I think it's supposed to be this girl. I'm like, oh, okay. And then eventually, I came home one morning. Everyone was just knocked out. My sister was asleep. My youngest sister was asleep in the sala with my dogs laying on the bed. Or my dog lay on the dog bed. She was laying on the sofa. I came in. I went to, I think, get a drink or something. Like, no. That sounds like I was going to drink. Not like that kind of drink, but I was going to get something to drink. I walked in the sala, saw the thing. I'm like, I saw the show, and I'm like, huh. And I kind of just sat down and like in the dog bed with my dogs and just started watching. And I'm happy I did, because it was really good. Also, it's a little hot in here, that's why I look a little sweaty. It was great, and I set it to record, and I'm happy for that. Like, it was, I think, like 2 episodes before the Grom episode, if I remember correctly. Like, they had a little marathon going, and it was like, all right. It was great. I liked that. And this show, I really liked too. And eventually that what's got me into Amphibia and, some other stuff. This, and all the left animals and stuff that I have now. But, I immediately liked this show. Like, I had watched Star Versus beforehand. I didn't see the ending of that. And even the ending for Star Versus, that falls flat on its face too. I'm not going to lie on that one. This show didn't. And I love that. This show ends great. And I get, some people might say, well, Amphibia was supposed to end sadly, I guess. I'm like, I guess, kind of, but why? Like, what, you didn't have to end, like, and here's the thing. I'm okay with a show ending sadly. Honestly, I was kind of, we're like, oh man, is she gonna die in this? And like, spoilers for this, so if you're not expecting spoilers, I was waiting, is Luz gonna die in this? And like, when like you saw the thing flash, I'm like, oh shit. And also, I called it, and I'll bring up more of that later, but I called it! The glyphs were Titan magic, or the symbols, shit, where's my bag? I think it's in my closet, I don't want to grab it. The glyphs were Titan sigil. This is a glyph. This is a different glyph. There are different, or at least a glyph combo. And Luz gets a super form. And Titans do have their own magic types, depending on the different Titans. King will eventually have his own glyphs. And here's the thing, too. They did exactly. Here's the thing. They didn't even have to do this. Like, here's the thing. At the very end of this, spoilers, when it turns out that, like, Luz will not be able to use her glyph magic again, I went, okay, I guess that's fine. Like, she has String Beam now, so in one way, that's one type of magic she can use or whatnot, or, different types of magic. But she, like, I'm okay with that. I was okay with that. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And even then, like, all the buildup of everything else, spoilers again, she stays on the Isles. And I'm gonna, oh God, she stays on the Isles. She stays with her family. She doesn't separate. And again, here's the thing. And I think this is where shows like Gravity Falls or Amphibia kind of fell on their face a little bit. Or even Star Versus was just bad because it ended in genocide. Nothing, I like that show, but the genocide at the end is what's kind of obviously pushing me away from that ending. But, like, Gravity Falls. My biggest gripe with Gravity Falls was, and people are going to get mad at me, was that Dipper's whole dream was to become a supernatural thing, or a supernatural investigator and stuff like that, and he could have learned from Ford. And he could have followed his dream and all that stuff. But Mabel said, no, we have to stay together forever. And somehow tried to turn that around to where Dipper was being selfish. It's like, no, it'd be selfish to say, oh yes, we're gonna stick together forever, especially since you always try to get a boyfriend and then leave. And then like, eventually when you get a boyfriend, I thought your boyfriend's gonna be like, yeah, your brother can live with us. But yeah, like that annoyed me. Or then you have and that's the thing, she says like forever. It's not just like, oh, just when we were kids, forever. Then Amphibia, again, I've harped on that ending a lot. And just the short opposite of it. The short synopsis of my gripe with it. The beginning of the show, Anne is separated from her friends and her family, and she's trying to find them and get back home. The ending of the show, she's separated from her friends, her frog family, and she can't go back home to Amphibia. So you kind of see where I'm kind of like miffed. It's not something similar to Luz losing her magic, where it's like, okay, yeah, she can't use the magic she's learned all this time, but like she even kind of puts it, it's like a new adventure that she goes on. I'm like, yeah, that's okay. She has to learn new magic and stuff like that, and even sets up that, yeah, King, and they even said at the very end, like, if you got sad about that, don't worry. Not only is King eventually going to become a giant battery for Titan magic, he's going to, like, there will be even new glyphs. So it's setting up for even further stories in the future if they want to tell those stories. That is amazing. I'm just going to get a quick synopsis, and I'll get more into detail in the next video. But this show did it. And everyone broke the fourth wall a little cutely at the end, where he's like, not even break the fourth wall. I guess you're trying to say bye to the collector at the very end. But when he said, oh, look, they're almost gone. And I love it because it's like saying bye to them, but it's actually saying see you later, Noah. And oh, God. But God, and it's so good, and different things, and it gives you everything you want. Spoilers, I guess, but you see a certain transformation of Lilith. You see a certain transformation that sets Luz up with Molly McGee and Star, but 100%. I love Luz's form more because holy hell, like, and also oh God, I don't want to. Oh, God. But I love that. Like, that what happens. I love that a lot. I love that. Like, the design and everything from it to the bones and, oh, God, the hat, everything. God, it was so cool. And again, I was right. I was right about this intro. I wasn't right about the anti-magic. Sad. Well, at least we didn't see it. No, I guess we maybe kind of, because if the Owl Beast was a Titan or something like that, a different Titan, like, it could technically still be that. We could still follow stuff like that. That would be cool. And hell, here's the thing. This show ended so perfectly, but also left it open for more stories. By God, yes, please. And here's the thing. The thing with King showing that, yes, the Titan magic, he can do eventually Titan magic will return. That sets up for that. Cool. It sets up the archivists are still out there. The collectors, like, family are still out there. That's another cool thing. That is awesome. It sets all those up. Amphibia, the one thing that could have easily fixed that ending for me would have been, and apparently at the end of the Marcy's journal, which I gotta read, apparently they do it, where at the very end they go, yeah, like, we're building a portal. We're gonna go back to Amphibia. Like, that alone would have been like, okay, fine. I'm okay with this. Yeah, they missed years, but eventually she'll see her family again. It sets that up. It gives that hope. It sets it up. Well, and it's not like, it sets that up perfectly, and it would fit with everything, and also allow you to have a happy ending while also still having like the, oh, we need to learn and grow, but also we eventually meet our friends again, like stuff like that. Like, it would set that up so perfectly. And this is something similar to that. But this does it. This legitimately does it. Luz doesn't split her family. She doesn't break up with her girlfriend. It does so many different things, like it's fun things too, like an alternate timeline where, like, if everyone saw Luz as the bad guy kind of thing a little bit at one point. You see so many, God, I don't want to spoil too much, I guess, but I'm trying to think. I gotta remember the She-Ra ending. I gotta rewatch She-Ra. Um, I don't think that show didn't end. No, that show didn't end badly. Sorry for everyone likes Baby, and I'm just saying it's bad. In that show, I think if I remember correctly, that one at least Voltron was awful. It screwed old Voltron. But I think She-Ra was another show that ended pretty okay. That one ended pretty okay. I can't even remember it, so I sorry, but I think that was a time skip at the ending. I can't remember, but that was pretty okay. I love this one. We saw, God, this sets up so much. And here's the thing: I want to start working on Owl Wolf Town like episode 4 like immediately because I've still been working on the scripts. I'm like on the scripts of like for the different episodes. I think I'm like episode 10. And I want to get I want to see if I can get those out like every 2 months, maybe every 2 months. And don't quote me on that, but I might try to get that out every 2 months. But God, I love this. I love this so much. It ended so perfectly. It legitimately ended so perfectly, and it ended in a way that you can tell more stories in this world. We can follow Luz going to college. We can see. Hell, we can even see what happens in between the ending and between like the time skip. Spoilers. We could go back and see Ida and Lilith as kids. There's so much more that it can happen. Hell, there's a kaiju fight. There's a giant. And here's the thing. Oh God, because I have similar scenes and stuff. So I'm not saying nothing. Nope. Not saying nothing. I'll bring that up years from now, whenever the fuck I get to it. But I love the final fights. I love this ending. It's so good. The stuff with the collector was awesome. I'm gonna yeah. When I can, like, I try to act as where I usually watch it. I watch it on TV. Like I watch it straight. Like usually I wait till the day after to watch it. No, I had to watch this one, the finale, when it aired today. And I'm happy I did. I'm legitimately happy I did. I can be excited with everyone else and not stay off of Twitter for like a day. So, I love this. I love this a lot. This was a really great show. And here's, again, like, I felt so heavy and sad most of the day watching this. And honestly, kind of, I felt relieved. I'll do the stuff watching the trailers stuff with the next one, I think. Where I'll go more in depth with certain things. But this, I legit, like, I cut my hair. If you've seen my hair before this, or if you're new to this place, if you're new to my channel, my hair wasn't always this short. And my hair wasn't always this short, and the main reason is because of this girl. Which I'm gonna go 100% say, like, art-wise, her spikes are supposed to be curled hair. And it's like, well, the curled hair has to be drawn like this. You can draw it any way you like, but at least how I see it, and I take this and put this into my Owl Wolf Town show as well. There's only one type of hair that can stand up on its own, wet, or just like, you'll wake up and it's kind of boom and it kind of looks okay. There's only one hair type that can do this. Well, not one hair type, like, because my hair type is in between. My hair type is curled, but it's not super tightly curled where it's like that too, like the what you would think an afro would look like. Like this, yeah. Like the reason why I legitimately, like, in Disneyland, it was the day I was like, I'm gonna come to Disneyland dressed as Luz, and I'm gonna have to cut my hair for that, and I did. I actually did do that. So I just want to say thank you to Donna, thank you to the entire crew. Thank you to Mystery Shack also, like, for giving me, but not giving me. I bought all this. Let me catch that right there. But I bought all this. But I'm happy that the Mystery Shack made or at least made some of this, and even like the other creators, like I think Keochin made this one or this one. I can't remember it. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I'm happy. I legitimately. Watching this, I felt sad throughout the most of the day. I've said this 3 times about today now, but I felt sad most of today. But watching this, it legitimately felt relieved. I feel relieved. And that's the thing, like, with Kipo, when I reviewed that one, and I'm gonna end this soon. This one now soon. When I watched Kipo at the end, I'm like, I loved that show, but that ending kind of messed up, and I don't wanna. I'm holding back any major criticisms about it because I like that show. Amphibia, I had issues about it throughout the entire thing. Not saying it's a bad show, but I had issues with it throughout the entire show. But it was still a fun show. This legitimately is an ending where it's not like that. I feel relieved when watching it. Like I'm happy. This is probably my favorite episode for everything that happens. The kind of not recapping, but like kind of telling through everyone talking with each other through the end and stuff like everyone stuff with the collector and Luz and stuff like that. Kaiju fights, yes. The superpowered character who's very small but then fights the giant kaiju. Like if you've Toy Story World and Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorites, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is my favorites because especially if you get the Ultima and you're like the supercharged Ultima Keyblade and you turn final form and you fight the giant mechs. It's so fun. And I'm like, oh my god, I want more games like this. Yes, please. I don't care if it's give me an open world Outhouse game that's just the entire recap of the show, please. I would love this so much. Oh god, and then have it to where you can play New Game Plus and then be able to play with all your powers, including Final Lose. But god, I love this show. I legitimately love this show, and I'm happy I saw it. I'm happy I saw it. And I'm gonna throw all of my love and everything for this show and all these other things into stuff like Owl Wolf and all my stories because I'm legit kind of, because that's the thing, I thought I was gonna feel a lot more sadder, but I'm actually really happy. But yeah, thank you for watching, sharing videos. Well, check out. I'm gonna go more in depth with clips of the show and all that stuff soon, like how I usually do it. And where I kind of just go through the entire episode. But thank you for watching. Sharing videos. Well, I guess that's a good way just to end this. Thank you for watching.